Hi, everyone. Welcome to the last full moon card reading of the year of 2023. And this is a full moon in Cancer. Now, I am actually going to read from Yasmin Boland's Moonology Diary about this full moon in Cancer. Sometimes it seems as though there is a theme in the air with the planets. Right now, the theme seems to be confusion. Reason being, not only is the planet of communications, Mercury, going backwards, but as it does, it's repeating a clash with the planet of confusion, Neptune. As we celebrate the last full moon of the year, there are going to be some people feeling as though they're just not sure which way is up. Actually, since Neptune also rules alcohol, it could just be that a lot of people are drinking too much. And that's probably a reasonable assumption at this time of year, but don't take it too far. In case this all sounds a little bit ominous, I'd also like to mention here the good news that 2024 has some pretty good astrology ahead. In other words, even if the end of the year is a little bit weird in some way for you, keep your mind focused on the fact that it's nearly the new year. Even though I always like to remind you that calendars are just a man-made construct, there's no doubt that the end of the year and the start of a new one is a very good time to set new intentions. So even though it's a full moon, don't just think about what you're moving on from. Keep one eye on the aims for your year ahead. So this is the full moon in Cancer. And that is where the full moon, or where the moon resides. That is one of its homes, Cancer. So there's a lot of emotions coming up. I can definitely vouch for that. And we are in that time of the year. There's a lot of families coming together, a lot of old wounds being opened back up. So the more that we work through releasing them and letting them go, the better. Let's see what Colette Baron Reid's Goddess Power Oracle. Let's see what the messages are for us for this 4-card reading. All right. Thank you. Thank you to all of our spirit guides. Thank you, angels and ancestors, for coming together with us right now in this space. We take a moment to take 3 deep breaths to bring ourselves into this moment together. Thank you. Thank you for revealing to us what we need to know with this full moon. So I'm just going to go ahead. We're just going to dive right in here, pick out 4 cards, see what the goddesses are going to be bringing to our attention today. So 1, this makes sense. 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. So we do have a lot of reverse cards, and with this deck, it has an alignment message. So I will more than likely be reading from the book on all of these for us, but we will see. The first card is the theme that needs to be illuminated to manifest my highest good. And this beautiful goddess definitely comes up a lot for me, but it is Epona, wise leadership. So this is the theme that needs to be illuminated to manifest our highest good. So the alignment message is being overly and assertive and determined to take action is not in your favor at this time. If you feel afraid of making a mistake or worry that you will somehow compromise yourself or disappoint someone else, consider this is a time to regroup and assess the details. As the goddess Epona knows, not all paths are meant to be explored. Not all battles are meant to be fought. Not all opportunities will pan out. Be aware of the tendency to overreach. You have come a long way, and the best leader knows when to take a break. Your task is to hold back and breathe deeply, trusting fully that when the time comes to act, the goddess Epona will guide you. You don't even want to act too soon out of fear and insecurity, or even by hubris, as you will surely slip and lose your stance. Take heart, for this is the perfect moment for a time out to see what the goddess Epona truly has for you. The divine has you safe and secure. You just need to wait. So, what is the theme that needs to be illuminated? This is a big one for me. Taking a step back, relaxing, right? Not pushing ahead all the time. That's really coming up for me right now. The second card is, what do I need to release to move forward? And this is funny because, as Yasmin Boland mentioned in the full moon, that, hey, the planet Mercury is in retrograde. That is the planet of communication. And the beautiful goddess Iris is the goddess of communication. And it came up reversed. So this is the alignment message. You are facing a moment when communication between you and others may have become disconnected. Perhaps people are withholding information from you or are not being clear about their motives. Now is the time to ask for clarity and to get clear yourself. If you're sitting on the fence and are ambivalent about your direction, your alignment task is to say no to playing games, no to coercion, no to manipulation, and covert intentions. Take a straightforward attitude. Don't be afraid to hear what might disappoint you. Be clear and demand the same from others. The messenger goddess Iris knows the importance of clear communication, and she urges you to speak up for yourself. If you've come from an environment, family, or cultural history where you have not had a voice, this might feel like you're yelling, but that's all right. Times are changing, and now is not the time to be shy. It's okay to feel awkward or flustered, but the goddess Iris brings her powers of clarity and says it's your turn to be heard, so gather your courage. The people who are important to you in the long run will listen and witness you, and then you can engage in positive conversation that leads to heartfelt solutions. Even if your voice feels untrue and comes from a victim mentality, you must still speak what is inside you in order for you to heal or change, or to find a way to the real truth. Let yourself be heard, and the great goddess will send strong teachers and wonderful allies for you. So, it is a time for us to speak and be heard. All of us, I think all of us in one way, shape, or form have been quieted and told to not speak up. So the third card is, what lesson am I learning so I can move through it to manifest my highest good? And this one came reversed as well, and it is the goddess Nike. We've got some very powerful goddesses here bringing in the end of this year for this full moon. So what lesson am I learning so I can move through it? And again, I feel like this is another alignment message. But are you determined to win right now? That you are running like a racehorse with blinders on your eyes? Beware of unbridled ambition and the strident need to win. You may have become influenced only by your wants and forget to ask yourself if what you want is for the highest good. Perhaps the job you want so badly won't be good for you, or that unavailable partner you're so determined to be with will never love you back. Nike gives you the alignment task now of getting real with yourself. Comparing yourself with others may have triggered jealousy and envy. It's time to step out of this race and recognize that you are where you need to be. Your life is a marathon, not a sprint to your next goal. Your only competition is with yourself. So choose now how you want to feel about your life and who you want to become. Then take the baby steps towards your highest intention. Cheer on others who are successful. Learn from them and help those who are struggling. You can learn from them too. Your place in the world is assured. So remember that however long it takes for you to live your life to its fullest, to his fullest is complete and true. So another, taking a step back. A lot of the cards for me the past couple of days have been resting, taking a step back, stop pushing. That's me big time, and a lot of us. So heed these words of the goddesses, my friends. What opportunities await us if we do sit back and take inventory of what we've accomplished and what we've done this year? Communicating to others, speaking our truths, not trying to compete really with ourselves or others, to just take a moment. Well, it's Hestia, the beautiful goddess of home. And I don't have to really read that one, but because I've read the others, I think I will, because that's kind of how I'm feeling today. I, am just really letting the cards speak here. So being at home in your own skin is what the great goddess of the hearth, Hestia, offers you today. When you are in alignment with your truest self, it's like everything you do suddenly fit and feels right. Now's the time to look into your environment and make sure you're surrounded by beautiful things that have a special positive meaning for you. Cleaning, tending house, and taking care of simple things are what is called for now. Chop wood and carry water, as the Zen koan puts it. The answers to the big questions come of their own accord when you're focused on the small tasks. The goddess Hestia reminds you that when you are at home in yourself, you are at home in the world. And that is very true. The more that we look for the wise leadership right now, listen to what we are saying, speaking our truth, speaking up, not becoming so over ambitious, right? The goddess Nike, we start to come home and feel at home in our bodies, right? And I just looked at the bottom of the deck, and it is the goddess Brigitte, the creative spark. So the more that we continue to work on these things that we want to create in our lives, whatever that looks like for you, we are staying the course. We are doing what needs to be done, but also not becoming overworked. That's a big message for me. So hopefully this full moon in Cancer card reading has brought you some things to ponder. And as you do come to the end of this year and the beginning of the next, keep your eyes in the next year on what you want to create for yourself. Thank you for always watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of this year and a wonderful start to the new year. And I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Take care.